One of the most self-destructive forms of rebellion happens right before bed. You know you should go to sleep, you're tired, tomorrow matters, but somehow one more episode, one more video, one more scroll feels impossible to resist. And the strange part is, you're not really staying awake because you want entertainment. You're staying awake because you're trying to reclaim control over your life. The first point is, you are almost two different people, depending on how much sleep you obtain. Who makes better decisions? The version of you on 8 hours of sleep, or the version on you on 5? Sleep helps to balance emotional regulation, increase patience, allows motivation to be more abundant and persistent. Our focus, our confidence, and our stress tolerance are all impacted by the amount of sleep we get. The same life can feel completely different depending on how rested you are. A challenge or stressor at work, a disagreement with somebody in your life, a setback, a difficult decision, all feel heavier when you are exhausted and have excess fatigue. You aren't experiencing a different life. You're experiencing it through a different nervous system. Part 2. Why we bully sleep. We often can treat sleep like it's optional. We negotiate with it. We steal from it. We push it around, yet it's one of the most important biological processes we have. Common phrases are, "I'll catch up later," "just one more episode," "just one more game," "just one more video." Imagine treating hydration, oxygen, or food the same way. Sleep often gets treated as a luxury rather than a necessity. Point 3. Revenge, bedtime, procrastination. People often spend the entire day responding to obligations at work, school, with family, responsibilities, expectations. The list can go on. Then night arrives. For the first time all day, I can finally do what I want. So they sacrifice sleep to reclaim autonomy. However, the irony is, the attempt to gain freedom today creates less freedom tomorrow. Because exhaustion reduces our energy, creativity, focus, productivity, and mood. The very things needed to create a life with more freedom. Point 4. Sleep is an investment, not a cost. Many people unconsciously view sleep as 8 hours lost. If we're able to reframe it as sleep isn't time lost, it's performance gained. An extra hour awake tonight may cost better decisions tomorrow, better workouts, better conversations, increased focus, better emotional control. Sleep is one of the highest return investments available. Point 5. Freedom requires boundaries. Many people think freedom means I can do whatever I want. But true freedom often requires structure. A few examples are, financial freedom requires budgeting. Physical freedom requires exercise and nutrition. Mental freedom requires discipline. Energy freedom requires sleep. The bedtime boundary isn't restricting freedom, it's protecting it. Most of us don't realize how much we're sacrificing when we sacrifice sleep. We think we're gaining an extra hour of freedom, but often we're borrowing it from tomorrow's version of ourselves. The real question isn't whether you can stay awake longer. The question is, which version of yourself are you choosing to become tomorrow? Because after enough nights of poor sleep, you're not just changing your energy, you're changing your relationship with life itself. If something resonated with you, consider leaving a comment below and sharing what felt most impactful. To support the channel, you can like, subscribe, and/or share this video with someone who you feel might also benefit. Additional ways to support the channel can be found in the links in the description below. You will also find a link to my website, cravingfreedom.com, where you can access my ebooks. On the website, you can also find descriptions of what to expect from the ebooks. And if you feel ready to commit to your path towards freedom and are seeking in-depth guidance and support, consider applying for one-on-one coaching. Answers to frequently asked questions can also be found on the website. Thank you for your time.